recording yet. Bear with me, it's recording. Right, welcome to Cop Watcher 2. This is the Navy Museum, Naval-based museum in Portsmouth. I'm with AJ Audits and GB Audits. This is being filmed as another video. I've already got one going. Just going to make it smaller, that's it. So I've also got one going. As you can see there, I'm actually videoing, so I've got a couple of videos. I'm going to stop the other video in a minute because that's coming up. I'm going to stop that in a couple of minutes, then that'll be 5 minutes. I've got quite a few different videos. So yeah, so you can see all the old machinery and everything that they're doing. There we go. This is the Bellows Pump C in the 1890s. If you want to read it, please do so. Pause it and zoom in, and you'll be able to get there. As we say, this is English, so let's go to English. So there we go. Right, I'm going to stop my other one. Thank you very much. I'm going to pause this for a second. Here we go. This is a little video I've just missed. You can't really hear it, but as you can see, these all, look, there's AJ himself sitting there posing like he does. These are some of the tools that they may have used or something or other, but there you are. If you want to zoom in, you're more than welcome. Please do so. There's GB sleeping like he does, just like he's posing and sleeping. But yeah, you can see a few of the tools that people do use back in the 18th century, in the early 19th. It's I don't know. Oh, GB. As you can see, AJ's right in front of us somewhere. I'll read it, it tells you. But I don't really know. You can see that they're their tools that they actually work with. So if you want to zoom in, I'm going to zoom in as much as I can so you can actually read it. So if you want to pause it and read it, you're more than welcome. Same as this one over here. And then you've got all their tools, all at the top there. And this is them making their boats and banging the nails in and everything else. There we go. But these are some of the tools that they use. I have just plugged the mic in. I'm hoping that it works. I really do. I'm hoping that it works fine. Just plug the mic in to see if it'll work. I don't know. If you can't hear me, I will be taking it out shortly, and I'll try to go back just to the phone. As you can see, it is very dark in here. Very dark. Yeah, I don't know what this bit is. This is literally just the second building. We haven't seen hardly anything yet. Where they're actually not stringing the ropes together. So they end up doing things like this and like that on the floor. a lot to see in this. If you haven't already come down and seen this place, I think you should. I really do think you should come down and visit this Naval Portsmouth Naval Museum down in Portsmouth. As you can see, they have got loads of boats. And so, little ones maybe. That one there, that's the Royal Yacht Britannia. If you want to zoom in and read it, you're more than welcome. And this is HMS Hardly F-54. If you want to see what AJ uses, there we are. Video for a woman. DB wanted to see an aircraft carrier, but he's actually had to see just a helicopter on a boat. That's the F-57. There we go. I'm just going to take the mic out just to see if it works.
I'll read through them, and if there's something that I cut and paste, then I might want to cut and paste and cut out the article, we're on the scanner. And I'll have the scanner directly when I'm going to go to my ready. I'll photocopy them on a piece of paper, and then scan them later. Throw the piece.
GB's missing his aircraft carrier. He really wants to see an aircraft carrier. He would rather go on one and walk about it, see what it's like. There's the blacksmith, I suppose. That's what I call them, but they call them something different. It must be a golden hot bit of metal. And there we go, this is what he's doing. Tools. Trying to lift that bell up. Oh. Yeah, I don't mind you getting the back of me. Look, there's the things that they say, forehead or stop, or half speed, or full speed. These are the firemen. These are the firemen that actually have to rescue people if they're in a boat. That's the stretcher. My head goes up that end, obviously. I am absolutely starving. I'll probably grab something to eat later. I might end up eating when I get home or back to the hotel. Look at that. That's what they used to be, all made out of wood. And obviously some sort of material to make the sails. There we go, you got Inverness, Speedy, Jaguar and Cairo. So these are some of the ones that are actually here. So, and this man's actually painting the all the stuff on the life belt. HN Yacht Britannica. So I think you'll find that used to be the Queen's own boat. Look, looks like he's got a broken arm. This lady's making us our flags. Good old Great Britain flags. And there's loads. As I said, if you haven't already come down here, then you need to come down and visit. There's a lot more than what I'm actually showing. Your dad had the biggest big feet. This is from the old dockyard monster that used to live and walk around here. Incredible. If you believe that, then you'll believe that GB is the best looking man in the world. He's not really, he thinks he is. He thinks he is. Well, we know that, and I'm one of them. But as you can see, I do apologise for all the... Yeah. I believe it. Here, look. This is type of GB's, what he would like to, yeah, I'm not going to say. But it's a kangaroo. Oh, this is where you clock on and clock off when you used to work in the old dockyard. But at the moment, they're taking money. As you can see, it is for donations. But it cost a fortune. Does it? Oh, I didn't even try. As you can see, that's where we come through from now. And now we're here. Right, now we're back towards the shop. So I'll speak to you in a bit.
Going into the battle, there'll be shots screaming,
Just starting to part through video on this one.
the air, ripping through the rigging and slamming into the masts. And as each gun fired, the flame out from the vents would scorch the beams overhead and fill the whole of the gun decks with a thick, acrid, sulphurous smoke in which these men had to be working in.
God, and also I'm just thinking as well, it must have been really loud.
Immensely. It is reported that the battle could be heard 60 miles inland in Spain.
Wow. So how did the men know what they were doing? It must have been mayhem.
Because all the men were well trained in rehearsing what they were doing. And remember, they're doing all this, and all the time there is shot coming into this deck, splinters flying, there were grenades thrown onto this deck, and there were even fires burning forward on the forecastle.
So not a very safe place to be.
Not a very safe place at all. In fact, this is a place which got the most casualties in the opening part of the battle. So like 50 odd men were injured in the first part.
So Peter, it's commonly thought that Nelson presented himself as a prominent target, but of course experiments have been done show a different story, don't they?
Oh yes, very, very true. You've got to remember that the marksman that shot Nelson was stood in the mizzen top of the Red Tower about 40 feet away in about that direction from where we're standing. But in the heat of battle, you've got to remember there'll be a lot of smoke over this deck, not only for the firing of these guns, but all the other guns going off around as well. There will be a horizontal net covering this deck to stop debris falling onto this deck from the masts and rigging. And the two ships will be swaying as they're alongside each other. And this man only had a sort of a space of about 6 inches to shoot through to get his Nelson on target. And so it would have been very difficult.
Great, thank you very much, Peter. This brass plaque marks the spot where Nelson fell after he was shot. He was carried 4 decks down to the orlop, where 3 hours later, sadly, he died. As an enduring tribute to Lord Nelson, and to mark the anniversary of his death, the Royal Navy lay a wreath on the spot every year. Now, before we move on, let's take a look at the last few points of interest on this deck. So this is the forecastle, and it's where the ship's bell is.
Was raised from the seabed to protect the ship and its contents for over 437 years.